So good evening all. Today we are going to discuss alternating current previous JE questions from 2002 to 2019. Let me start off with the first question. Here in first question we have about transformer. This question is about transformer. So if you can read that question right, what is saying here? In a transformer, the number of turns in a primary are 140 and the secondary is 280. If current in primary is 4 amps, then what is the secondary? So this is the question given. So by transformer equation, we have E1 by E2 equals to, if I write E1 divided by E2 equal to E1 divided by E2, right? E1 divided by E2, fine, equal to N1 by N2, where N1 and N2 are the number of turns. So N1 divided by N2. Hope it is clear now. So for an ideal transformer, we power equation for the primary and secondary coil. What we use is for power equation, power inputs, primary and secondary, that is E1 I1, E1 I1 is equals to E2 I2, E2 I2. This is nothing but power equation. If I take power equation, right now even I can write this is equation number 1. Let me take it as equation number 1. This is nothing but equation number 2. So from 1 and 2 equations, now what I can write here, let me see, I2 by I1. So I2 divided by I1 equals to N1 by N2, N1 divided by N2, right? So finally I'll be getting I2 is equals to I2 equal to N1 divided by N2 into I1 into I1, which is finally I can get 140 divided by 280 into 4 into 4. So if you substitute, if you simplify it, we'll be getting 2 amps. So answer is 2 amps. So according to the question, the secondary current is nothing but 2 amps. Hope it is clear now. This is 2 amps. Yes, is it clear? Yes, no, boliye. Oh, fine. So next, yeah, okay. So that means now, okay, now we'll proceed to the next problem, which is given in a JE Mains 2002 based on alternating current. Here he has given about the power factor of AC circuit having resistance R and inductor L are connected in series and the angular velocities. How to calculate angular velocity? So let me draw here, it's nothing but one inductor and a resistor. Just I'm taking inductor and a resistor. Fine. So here AC voltage, that is V is equal to V naught sine omega t. V is equal to V naught sine omega t. L substituting. Fine. Now here it is nothing but R. This is nothing but L. Hope it is clear. Now XL can be written as here XL equal to what I can write XL omega into L, right? Next R. Here R means R itself. This is resistance is R. If I draw impedance triangle, so when I draw the impedance triangle for this question, so this is what impedance triangle 1, fine. So here R as well as this is XL. Now join this line. If you join this line, right, then we'll be getting this is impedance and this is nothing but phi. So from which power factor can be written as cos phi is equals to, cos phi is nothing but power factor as we discussed in the classroom coaching. So is equal to R by Z, or simply the impedance can be written as a resultant of it. Impedance is equals to under root of R square plus XL whole square, XL whole square, or simply we'll be substituting their cos factor R divided by under root of R square plus XL whole square. So what is the correct option? Correct option will be B will be the correct option, right? Hope it is clear to you. Yes, no, boliye. Yes, yes, no. Okay, now we'll move to the next question, which is given in JE Mains 2003. The next question is JE Mains 2003. So it is based on again transformer. The core of any transformer is laminated so as to. So to reduce the energy loss due to eddy current or make it lightweight, make it robust and strong, and increase the secondary voltage. So let me see a non-laminated core. When it is a not laminated core, just let me draw the diagram here. So this is a non-laminated. Just you can check it out. This is non-laminated. So let me see. Right. So this is non-laminated. So when flux is the function of time here. Fine. So when it is, this is not laminated. So non-laminated, right? Laminated. Fine. Hope it is clear, right? This is not a laminated. Fine. Next, when we proceed with the laminated core, when it is laminated, it looks like this. The same diagram I can show here. The same diagram, right? So if I take this one, fine. Into laminated core, right? So you can see the three-dimensional image there. So the flux here, flux is nothing but phi of t. So time varying magnetic flux, what we call it as time varying magnetic flux in first case, causes eddy currents due to induced overall cross section. So eddy currents are induced overall cross section in the first case. If you take it as when it is laminated, the transformer core is laminated to reduce eddy current losses. So when it is laminated, if you can take it as this is laminated, due to lamination core, eddy currents are induced within laminated strips only. So losses due to their current, that is due to their shapes, the currents are reduced, right? So when it is laminated, overall the eddy currents will be lost. Okay, so the correct option for this one is reduce the energy loss due to eddy currents when it is laminated. This is nothing but laminated. Hope it is clear. It's nothing but laminated. Done. Fine. The next one, we'll move to the next one. Next one, which is given in JE 2003 question, right? JE 2003 question. You can see in LC circuit the maximum charge. The maximum charge on the capacitor is Q. The charge on the capacitor when the energy is stored equally between the electric and magnetic fields. Now, how to calculate this type of problem? Let me take it as first LC circuits. In LC circuit, that is L and C circuit. Let me draw here. So if I take this nothing but capacitor, I'm taking this the capacitor, and this nothing but inductor. One is capacitor and inductor, right? Here plus Q and minus Q. This is minus Q. Hope it is clear. Plus Q and minus Q. So here when the current by conservation of energy, what I can write Q square divided by 2C is equals to Q square by 2C. This is nothing but energy in the uh, capacitor plus energy in the inductor can be written as half Li square, right? So now it is transform the equation like this. If I transform the equation, there's nothing but we can take, right? So here L and current I is passing through its current I. Here it is a plus Q. Here it is nothing but a minus Q. This is nothing but capacitor C. Fine. So here when the capacitor and inductor have same, that is or equal amount of energy stored, then we use that. Okay. So the case is what equal amount of energy stored. That is nothing but Q square divided by 2C. Q square divided by 2C should be equals to half Li square. This is nothing but half Li square is energy stored in the inductor. Then what I can write here Q square, if I take Q square divided by 2C is equals to 2 times of, that means instead of Q square divided by 2C and 1 by 2 Li square, I can replace it as Q square divided by 2C as it is plus Q square divided by 2C, right? Then what I can final expression, what I can get, Q is equals to Q by root 2. If I solve this one, Q is equals to Q by root 2. Right? Hope it is clear. Right? Just a solving part I am leaving to you. Right? This is solving part. Yes, understood this one. So what is the option? Your answer is C. Right. So next we'll move to next question. Fine. So this is the JE 2003. Next, JE means 2003 alternating currents. You can see the question. A metal wire of linear mass density of 0.9 gram per meter is stretched with a tension of a 10 kg weight between two rigid supports 1 meter apart. The wire passes at its middle point between the poles of the permanent magnet and it vibrates in resonance. So already discussed what is exactly resonance. Okay. Then when carrying an alternating current of frequency n, the frequency n of the alternating source. So we have to calculate the frequency of it. So let me consider a situation that here a metal wire of linear density. Let me take a metal wire. So this is a metal wire which is fixed at both the ends. Right, stretched by a tension. So tension. So a metal wire of linear density is given. Linear density means mu value. What I can say mu. That's nothing but mu. So mu is equals to linear density 9.8 K into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg per meter. So this is kg. I'm converting this into kg per meter first thing. Okay, linear density 9.8 grams to kg, right? Next, tension is given. Tension is 10 kg weight. If I take tension is 10 kg weight, 10 into, we can write it as 9.8 newtons. This is 9.8 newtons, which is nothing but 98 newtons. What I can say, it is 98 newtons. Now, when it is stretched, let me take, it will be produce the waves like this, right? Oh, fine. Now here the fundamental frequency of the wire is given by fundamental frequency of wire. If I want to write a fundamental frequency here, N is equal to fundamental frequency. N can be written as fundamental frequency N equal to, or N naught, you can take it as 1 by 2L under root of T by mu, under root of T by mu, which is equals to, we can say that just simply substitute all the values. What is L here? Length, can you see? Length is given. This is tension given. Here it is linear density is given, and support 1 meter. So two rigid supports 1 meter. The length of the wire is given as 1 meter. So this is nothing but 1 meter. Simply you can substitute. So 1 by 2 into 1, 2 into 1 under root of tension, you can substitute 98 divided by 98 is the tension divided by 9.8 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So clear, tension 98 newtons directly I am taking there. So if I simplify this one, further simplification, 1 by 2, here this can be 1 and this is a 0.1 means 10 to the power of minus 4 in the denominator, that is under root of 10 to the power of 2, sorry 10 to the power of 4 I will be getting here. This is nothing but 10 to the power of 4, or simply 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by 2 equal into 100. 100 means simply it is 50 hertz. So what I'm getting here, 50 hertz. Hope it is clear. 100 hertz we are getting. So 50 hertz, sorry, 50 hertz. So the wire will oscillates in resonance. So first option is nothing but 50. How it will resonate? See, N is equals to N naught first case. N is equals to N naught, comma, 3 N naughts, comma, 5 N naughts, comma, like this. It's nothing but the wire will oscillates in resonance. That is a 50 hertz, 50, 100, 150 hertz like this continuously. Hope it is clear. Understood? Yes? Yes? No? You respond? Yeah, fine. Now, next we'll proceed to the next question, right? So, which is given in JE means 2004. Here you can see in an LCR circuit, the capacitance is changed from C2 to C. For the resonance frequency to remains unchanged, the inductance should be changed from L2. So how to change L2? See, simply if it is in the condition of resonance. So C is changed from C2 to C, first one. Next is resonance frequency is unchanged. So this is nothing but a constant. Simple formula we can apply here. Remains unchanged. The inductance is changed from L. So from L to it is changed to watts, right? If I take what is the formula for resonance frequency, so n is equals to resonance frequency 1 by 2 pi under root of L into C, under root of LC. Or simply I can write now here n is constant. When n is constant, 2 pi is also constant. Now root LC is equal to constants, is nothing but constant. Or simply I can write root of L1 by L2, right? So here C2 C2 to C and is a constant. So this is constant, LC is constant, or simply I can write it as root L is proportional to 1 by root C, right? Or simply I can write L proportional to 1 by C. Or we can write here L1 by L2 is equals to, so L1 divided by L2 equals to C2 divided by C1. So what is L1? L1 is given as L divided by L2. L2 keep it like this is equals to C2. C2 is nothing but 2C divided by C. So CC will get cancelled. Now L2 will becomes now L2 equals to L by 2. This is the final answer. So what will be the option? C. So final answer will be L2 is nothing but L by 2. Is it clear this one? Hope it is clear. And very simple problem this is, right? Okay, now we'll proceed to the next question. So which is given in a JEE Mains 2004 itself. In an LCR series AC circuits, the voltage across each component L, C and R is 50 volts. Then what is the voltage across LC combination? This is nothing but LCR circuits. If I take LCR, if I take LCR, so this is one resistance, inductance and capacitance, right? Already given a resistor is nothing but inductor, here it is capacitor. So if I want resistor, what is XL here? XL is nothing but omega into L, which is a inductive reactance. Now capacitive reactance C is equal to 1 by omega into C. Next, what I can write here, what are the potentials given? VR is equal to, here it is given 50 volts. Here also VL is equal to given as 50 volts. It is given 50 volts. Next, VC is also given as 50 volts like this. Hope it is clear. 50 volts. All are 50 volts. So if I draw the phasor diagram for it, if I draw phasor diagram, it looks like this. So phasor diagram, right? This is a phasor diagram. It's nothing but VL. This is VL. It's nothing but a VC, and it's nothing but VR, right? Here, VC is a 90 degrees lag with respect to current. VL is nothing but 90 ahead with respect to current. So we have a VC and a VL at a phase difference of 180 degrees. Phase difference is 180 degrees. That means, of course, they are opposite in direction. When they are opposite in direction, potential difference between these two, that is, if I want potential difference delta V across VL and VC, that is nothing but a VL plus of minus Vc, which is nothing but potential difference is nothing but 0. Hope it is clear. This will be the D is the answer. Yes. Hope it is clear. Next, we'll move to the next problem. It is given in a JE 2004. Alternating current can be measured by DC ammeter because AC cannot pass through DC ammeter, or AC changes direction, average value of current for complete cycle is 0, or a DC ammeter will get damaged. So what would be the answer here, right? See, in this the appropriate answer will be C is the answer. Average value of current for complete cycle is 0. A DC ammeter measures the average value of current passing through it, only average value. So that means if I take the currents like this, so here it is I, it is nothing but a T, right? So here it is I naughts, the plus I naughts, minus I naughts. Hope it is clear. Plus I naught and minus I naughts. So this is nothing but AC. Hope it is clear. Right. Fine, all of you. Sure. Now we'll proceed with this one. So option will be C. Only it will be complete cycle is 0. So average value of current for complete cycle is 0. That's the reason alternating current cannot be used for DC ammeter. So option will be C. Next, going to the next question, right? So which is asked in JEE Mains 2005. The phase difference between the alternating current and EMF is pi by 2. Which of the following cannot be the constitute of the circuit? Which of cannot be constitute of circuits? So let me explain this one. So answer would be here B option. So we are getting B option. Let us discuss. Due to an inductor L, current lags. So if I take L, if I take pure inductor, then here what happens? I lags, I lags, I lags EMF, I lags EMF by pi by 2, right? This is pi by 2 of phase. I lags EMF by pi by 2 of phase. Next, if I take capacitor, pure capacitor, if I'm taking a pure capacitor, fine. So then I can get here I leads, I leads, I leads EMF by how much? Pi by 2. So hope it is clear. So this is about pure resistors and pure resistor, pure capacitor and pure inductor. If the resistance R is there in a AC circuit, then the phase difference between current and EMF is nothing but 0 and pi by 2, right? Only due to L or C or both L and C will have phase difference remains as pi by 2. So C alone is giving C alone. Okay. So here he is saying which is the following cannot constitute the current, which is the constitute the current. That means here C alone gives, L alone gives, right? C and alone, C and L and C will give R and C. That means only R and C. If you take it as R, this is R. If the resistance is there in AC circuit, then the phase difference between current and EMF. See, between current phase difference between current as well as EMF and EMF would be 0, 0 and pi by 2 and pi by 2. So this is the reason that the option will be R and L. Hope it is clear, right? This is one should know the basic things of pure resistor, pure capacitor, pure inductor. Then is very easily you can give the answer for this particular question. Hope it is clear till this point. Okay, now we'll proceed to the next question. So which is given in JEE Mains 2005. This is completed. Now it is given in JEE Mains 2005. One more question is given. So you can see the question here. A circuit has a resistance of 12 ohms and impedance of 15 ohms. The power factor of the circuit will be, what will be the power factor? Okay, so in a given circuit, AC circuit, power factor is given by. So power factor, if I want, what is the power factor? Now cos phi is equals to R divided by Z, resistance divided by impedance. Here already given resistance is given, which is nothing but 12 ohms is given, divided by 15 ohms, impedance 15 ohms. So one we solve this nothing but 4 divided by 5, and which is equals to 0.8. That's all. 0.8 is cos phi. So option will be A. Option will be getting. It's nothing but answer is A. Hope it is clear now. Okay, right. Next we'll proceed to the next question. The self-inductance of which is given in 2005, again third question. The self-inductance of a motor, right, of a motor electric fan is 10 Henry. In order to impart maximum power of at 50 hertz, it should be connected to a capacitor of. So to which capacitor it has to be connected? Here three options are given. Power is maximum. So now your condition is when power will be maximum. So power will be max. P is maximum at a resonance frequency. The frequency should be frequency resonance. This is nothing but resonance frequency. Power will be maximum at resonance frequency. Now resonance frequency N resonance equals to 1 by 2 pi under root of L into C, right? So now I'll take it out capacitance here. So here capacitance, just to cross multiply here capacitance. If I take capacitance, let me take LC is equal to, just cross multiply 1 by 2 pi into NR, just a squaring on both sides. If I square on both sides, LC is equals to 1 by 4 pi square into NR square, NR whole square. It is clear. Now we want C. So how to calculate C now? If I take C here, let me, C is equals to, so 1 by 4 pi square, I'll write it as a 10 into N. Frequency is given 50, 50 into 50, that is nothing 50 whole square. I can write 50 whole square into L, into L. L value is given how much? Let me write it as L value. So one more step I'll write here. Now C is equals to, C can be written as 1 by L value. L value is 10. Simply substitute 10. Now 10, 4 into 10 into 10, that is 400. 400 into this is a 2500. 2500. So what I'll get now, 425. So two zeros, 4 zeros, 4 into 25, which is 100. So I'm getting here a C is equals to 1 by 10 to the power of 6, or simply I can write 10 to the power of minus 6 farads. So what would be the answer here? So C can be written as now 1 microfarad. So this is micro means 10 to the power of minus 6, right? So this is 1 microfarad. Let me close in the box. It's nothing but 1 microfarad. So what would be the option? C will be the correct option for it. Hope it is clear. Next, we'll go with the next question, which is asked in JEE Mains 2006. In an AC generator, a coil with N turns, all of the same area A and the total resistance R, rotated with the frequency omega in a magnetic field B. What is the maximum value of EMF generated in the coil? So we want to calculate the maximum value. We want to calculate how to calculate the maximum value. Let me start this one. So the magnetic flux passing through the coil of area A in the magnetic field is given by. So how we can give magnetic flux? Phi is equals to B dot A. So the flux is nothing but scalar product phi dot A. It's nothing but phi dot A. So now when the coil is at an angle theta, if I take when the coil is at an angle theta, now theta is equals to, I can write omega into T, right? So theta is equal to omega. Then the total linked flux with the coil can be written as total linked flux with the coil can be written as flux linked with the coil is equals to N into B, BA cos of omega T. BA cos of omega T. Is it clear this one? B of cos of omega T. Hope it is clear. Oh, fine. So there's nothing but BA cos omega T. Then induced EMF in a coil. So how to calculate induced EMF in a coil? Now induced EMF in a coil, E is equals to minus, that is magnitude, only magnitude will take d phi divided by dt. Only magnitude I'll be taking. So magnitude if I take, I'll be getting n b, right, A. So differentiation of cos, cos will be sine. Sine and omega is constant, omega into cos, sine omega t. This will be sine omega t. Sine omega t. So which is equals to, we'll be getting this complete part. If I would like to write, I can write here like this. It is E is equals to E naught into sine omega t. Sine omega t. Hope it is clear. E naught is equals to E is equal to E naught sine omega t. So what is the maximum value? See, already we discussed with the classroom coaching, that is E naught is nothing but maximum value or peak value. So E naught here, what is E naught? Let me write E naught. E naught is nothing but a maximum value. It is nothing but a maximum value. E max. E max can be written as now. What I'll write? It is N A B into omega. So N A B omega. What would be the option here? So I can select D is the correct answer for JEE 2006 question. Hope it is clear till this point. Then we'll move to the next question, which is given, even this is given in a JEE Mains 2006. So in a series resonant LCR circuit, the voltage across R is 100 volts and resistance is 1 kilo ohm and capacitance is 2 microfarads. Then the resonance frequency omega is 200 radian per second. At the resonance, the voltage across L. At resonance, voltage across L is we want to calculate here. So let me connect a diagram here. Let me start a diagram. See, like if I take this the points, fine, resistor, and here it is a capacitor and inductor. Hope it is clear. Yes, no, okay. So R, if I take R is 1 kilo ohm, this is 1 kilo ohm, R is 1 kilo ohm is given, and capacitance he has given as 2 microfarads, and inductor, that is XL here, it is nothing but XL, inductor is L, XL is nothing but I into XL, so I into, sorry, omega into L, right? This is nothing but we can write, oh sorry, we would like to write here, he writes xl is equals to, right, sorry, I'll write VL. So VL equals to, I can write I into XL. Hope it is clear. So R I got VR. So what is VR given? Voltage across the resistor according to the problem 100 ohms. And if I take capacitance XC given. Next XL, VL is equal to I into XL. Hope it is clear. Now at resonance, what is the condition for resonance? So condition for resonance, if I take, so condition for resonance XL equal to XC, XL equal to XC. This is the condition for resonance at which I can write here XL can be written as 1 by omega into C. XL is what? 1 by omega into C. Now, what is the current through the circuit? Let me draw current through the circuit. So here, what is the current through the circuit? Current entering to the circuit can be calculated as I is equals to VR divided by R, right? This is VR divided by R, which I can write it as 100 divided by 1000. 100 divided by 1000. Hope it is clear. Now, which I can write now 0.1 amps. This is 0.1 amps. So voltage across the inductor is given by, if I want voltage across the inductor, is asking and finally what is the voltage across the inductor, how to calculate voltage across the inductor. Now if I want voltage across the inductor, VL equals to, so I into XL, right? Then I can even write I into 1 by omega into C. Simply now substitution, if you substitute what is the current we got it as 0.1, I got divided by omega into C. What is omega value? We have omega value here. So can you see what is omega value? See, omega value given as 200 radian per second. That means 200 into what I want, C, capacitance. See, if I take 2 microfarads, that is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So further simplification, if I simplify this one, so what I'll get, let me know here. So 0.1 divided 0.1, if I take to denominator, then 1 by 400, or simply I can write 1 by 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 can be obtained here. For the simplification, simply we can get this is 250 volts. So what is resonance? At resonance, the voltage across L can be fixed as a VL is equals to 250 volts. So the option will be here. Okay, option is VL, the option, right? So option would be C will be the correct answer. Hope it is clear, right? Next we'll move to next 2007 question. You can see here, in an AC circuit, the voltage applied in AC circuit, the voltage applied is E is equal to E naught sine omega t. Then the resulting current in circuit is I is equal to I naught sine omega t minus pi by 2. The power consumption in the circuit is given by. So how to calculate power consumption in the circuit? So let us see here. To calculate the power consumption in the circuits, average power consumption in the circuit is given by average power. So average, if I take average power consumption is ERMS into IRMS into cos phi. So this is nothing but average power. Okay, here phi is the phase difference between EMF and current in the circuit. If I want what is phi, phi can be the phase difference between what and what, EMF and current, that is the phase difference between that one. So what is E, what is E here, what is E? Now if I want to write E can be written as E naught sine omega t, E naught sine omega t I'll be writing. Okay, next what is I can be written as now I equals to I naught sine omega t, I naught sine omega t minus pi by 2, that means here a phase between these two, EMF and I is nothing but pi by 2, that is nothing but phase. Clear? So from equation 1, if I take it as equation 1, so phase difference, how much we are getting? So phase difference phi is equals to 90 degrees. So simply if I substitute average power is equal to ERMS into IRMS ERMS into IRMS into 0. So finally what I'm getting, average power equals to 0 is the correct option for our question. Right. So average power will be 0. So option will be 0. Hope it is clear. Right. Okay. Next we'll move to 2010 question. Next, between there is no questions. 2010. So let us see 2010 question here. In 2010 question, in a series LCR circuit, resistance 200 ohms and voltage and the frequency of main supply is 220 volts and 50 hertz respectively. On taking out the capacitance from the circuit, the current lags behind the voltage by 30 degrees. On taking out the inductor from the circuit, the current leads by 30 degrees. Then what is the power dissipated in LCR circuit? This is the question. So let us solve this one. Right. So what is given option here? Due to capacitor and inductor. Due to capacitor and inductor. Separately, power factor of circuit. Separately, if I take power factor. So power factor, we are writing it as cos phi. Right. This is nothing but power factor. Power factor. Power factor. Right. Power factor. So power factor of circuit is same as 30 degrees. See here it is 30 degrees, here also 30 degrees. Both are given as 30 degrees. So power factor is nothing but 30 degrees. Okay. Then in both cases, one is lagging and one is leading. So in this one, first one is lagging. If you take lagging, so first one is lagging and second one is leading and second one is leading, right? Second one is leading. Hope it is clear now. Okay, now XL is equal to XC. So this is the condition for resonance. What is the condition for resonance? Means it should have, that is XL should be equal to XC and the impedance in LCR circuit. If I take LCR circuit impedance under root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Fine. So when XL is equal to XC, this is the condition for resonance. Then Z will becomes Z equals to R. So impedance in the circuit which is equal to resistance. XL is equal to XC. So this is the condition for resonance. In LCR circuit at resonance, power dissipated. Now we'll be getting average power dissipated in the circuit can be obtained like this. So what is the average power dissipated? So average power, if I take E square divided by R. So which is E square, how much given here 220 volts. 220 is E square whole square divided by R, resistance is 200. So further simplification if I go, so I'll be getting 242 approximately volts. 242 means option will be A, right? So average power equals to 242. Hope it is clear until this points, right? Yes. Okay. Now we'll move to 2011 question. 2011. Okay. Now in 2011, if you take 2011, a fully charged capacitor C with an initial charge Q naught is connected to a coil of self-inductance L and T is equal to 0. The time at which the energy is stored equally between electric and magnetic field. So what we have to calculate here, the same thing, almost a similar problem which is asked in a previous question also, same model, little same model, right? So let us start this one. If I take the same model which is given, let me take a capacitor connected to an inductor. It's nothing but inductor. Fine. So one capacitor, this is a plus Q naught and here it is minus Q naught, plus Q naught and minus Q naught. L is the inductor. Let me take here some opening is there. So some opening is there. When it is closed, T is equal to 0. Open. The frequency of LC oscillations is omega. If I want frequency, so to calculate frequency here, omega equals to 1 by under root of L into C. It's nothing but omega is equals to 1 by under root of LC. So the charge on the capacitor is a function of time, can be given as it is a function of time. Charge on the capacitor is a function of time. Function of time means, let us take it as Q is equals to, I would like to write Q equals to q naught into sine of, right, sine omega t plus alpha. Let me take this, nothing but q. Next, at a t is equal to 0, at a t is equals to 0, time when it is equals to 0, q is nothing but a q naught, q becomes q naught, and alpha will becomes, alpha is pi by 2, right? So at that condition, what happens now? Q is equals to, when alpha is pi by 2, q can be written as q naught cos omega t. That's all. Q naught cos omega t. Hope it is clear till this point. Okay. If after t second, when charge on the capacitor, when it is charging, the capacitor is charging after t seconds. See, after t seconds, if I take, when the charge on the capacitor is q, so after some time charge present on the capacitor is q, if I take, such that what I can give here, so according to conservation, so q naught square, initially q naught square divided by 2c can be equals to q square divided by 2c plus the energy stored in the inductor is half Li square. But here we can say that the q square divided by 2c should be equals to half Li square. Half Li square is nothing but energy stored in the inductor. So both should be equal. Same thing, the same question if I would like to show, here we got a q. So if I substitute this equation in this one, I got q is equals to q equal to q naught by root 2. The same question, okay, just we can see here, this is the same question, q is equal to q naught by root 2. Till this point it is given in 2011, and I can show where it is again asked. Let me show the question asked here, in which year it is asked, L by 2. So here, so that means 2003. In 2003 same question asked, right? Hope it is clear. In 2003, and now it is a 2011, almost, that means 75% the problem is same. Okay, so little extension will be there for this one, so little we have to extend this question, right? Okay, now proceeding with this, from here onwards we'll proceed. 2011, fine, 2011, q is equal to q naught by root 2 we got. Then to proceed from equation 1 we have, see, so here q is equal to q naught cos omega t, simply you can substitute there. If I substitute q is equal to q naught sin omega t, here I'll take it as, so q naught by root 2 can also be equals to q naught cos omega t. It is nothing but q naught cos omega t. Is it clear? Cos omega t. So q naught will get cancelled. Now cos omega t, so cos omega t can be written as now 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, or simply I can write what is omega t is equals to 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 means cos value when it will becomes 1 by root 2 at an angle of pi by 4, or simply now I'll write omega can be written as 1 by root of LC resonance condition into t is equals to pi by 4, pi by 4, or simply I can write now t is equals to, what is t equals to, t is pi by 4 under root of, this is root of LC. So this is the final expression what we require, right? So t is the time. So till this point, till this one, it is a 2003 question, JEE means 2003 question. From there it is extended. From there it is extended. T is equals to pi by 4 under root of LC. The appropriate answer for this is nothing but D. Hope it is clear till this point, right? Next, moving to 2012 question, right? So before starting 2012 question, okay. So hope it is clear till this one. So next class we'll start with 2012 to 2019. Here it will end JEE questions based on AC circuits till 2011. So 2012 we will continue in the next class.